Hi, I'm Rob from Rob's Been Running. I hope you are doing well, staying safe and training hard. So you wait for videos to come along and then two come along at once. So we just released the Guide 18, Saucony Guide 18 review. And now we are talking about a next race. And in a few days time, I'm going to be lining up on the start line of the Runaway Racing Ridgeway Challenge. The Ridgeway Challenge is an 86 mile, 139 kilometre race, a point-to-point race along the Ridgeway National Trail, starting at Ivanhoe Beacon in Hertfordshire and finishing at the Avery Stones in Wiltshire. The National Trail is properly known as Britain's oldest road, used since prehistoric times for travellers, herdsmen and soldiers. I'll put some information on the screen for you now. The race is, as I said, was 86 miles in length. There's 1,800 metres plus of elevation, or 6,060 feet. It's a marked course, which is great. Some of the marking is National Trail marking, some of that will be done by Runaway Racing. Maximum starters here is only 250, so it's not a massive race, but that's good. I quite like that sometimes. We get 28 hours to complete it. We're going to more into that in a minute, and this is a UTMB 100k index race. So let's check out the elevation profile and further details now. So you can see by the picture on the screen, whilst the elevation profile looks a bit tasty, the climbs are not too bad. Certainly easier than the Istrian mountains were last month. The train should be easy going underfoot, with conditions expected to be good, unless we get a turn of bad weather and a lot of rain, which could make it muddy in places. As I said, the maximum time allowed for this course is 28 hours. I'll be looking to get this in under 24 hours if I can. That's certainly the goal. In terms of aid stations, we've got 7 aid stations on course, varying distance apart, but roughly between 10 and 15 kilometres. For this race, I'll always also have a crew of 2 people, good friends Richard and Andrew. They'll be helping me get through the event in the best possible shape, and I'm very fortunate to have their time for them to chase me along the Ridgeway, basically. So yeah, really grateful of their support. The aid station is going to have a usual affair of food and drink, and the energy products are provided by Precision Hydration, which is great. So stuff that I also use in my fueling strategy. And yeah, on terms of how that's going to look next Saturday, so Saturday the 31st, we've got an early start, 5:30 a.m. wake up call. Richard will be picking me up at 6:30 at the house, and then we'll be heading with Richard and Andrew to registration at 8:15. Race starts at 10 a.m. So let's go through some of the mandatory kit and the nutrition. So you can see the mandatory kit list on the screen now. So usual stuff really, fully charged mobile phone, access to the GPX on a smart watch or smartphone, water bottles or a bladder capable of carrying 1 litre, 4 blanket or survival bag, primary light source, minimum 75 lumens, which is enough to even light up a postage stamp, so I don't know why you would go that low, but there you go. Backup light source, minimum 25 lumens, and yeah, I don't even know what that will light up, but anyway. Head covering, buff or beanie, first aid supplies, blisters, plasters, tape, bandage, all that type of stuff, reusable soft cup, waterproof jacket, item of warm clothing, mainly for the evenings, it will get a bit nippy, basic first aid supplies, again that's came up, not sure why, and cash or bank card. So I'm going to be taking obviously a varying amount of bits, lucky because I've got a crew. I'll be able to carry stuff in the car, so I'll carry all the mandatory kit on me, but then I'll be able to carry extra stuff which will be useful, extra clothing and things like that, which is good. In terms of some of the kit I'm taking, I'm not going to go through all of it, but So I'll be carrying everything in my Salomon Advanced Skin 12 set hydration vest. In terms of lighting sources, I'll be using this. So I will have a backup one as well, but this is the Fenix HP 16R. That's kind of my go-to head torch, fantastic head torch. So I'll be carrying that, spare batteries, etc. The watch I'm going to be wearing on the day is this one. So it's my Garmin Enduro. Lasts forever, amazing watch. So really, really good. So yeah, and a mixture of other pieces of kit. Obviously I'm going to take some poles with me because it's a long race. Don't anticipate needing them that much, but certainly maybe towards the end, if the legs are broken by that point, I might use the poles a bit. So yeah, that's one thing I definitely will take. And yeah, a mixture of bits and pieces. In terms of shoe wear, I'll be running in the Saucony Exodus Ultra 3, and also taking with me my Hoka Mafate Speed 4. Between those, I should get enough traction comfort out on the trails, so I don't anticipate having any problems with the footwear at all. Fueling wise, nutrition, I'll be sticking with my tried and tested, plus a few bits and pieces here and there. So my main fueling sources will be Torque gels. I use those all the time. They work really well. And then I'll couple those up with other bits and pieces such as flapjacks and some sweet things. I also use Kendall mint cake at times during the run, just to reset the palate. I think that kind of helps when you're feeling sick of gels. I've got some mixed fruit and nuts as well, bits and pieces like that. In terms of fluids, I'll be using Tailwind as my main fluid, along with High Five tablets as well for my other fluid, electrolytes. So that's all the standard stuff that I normally use, and then top that up with Coke and just plain water and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of like most of the food I'll be using. There are other bits and pieces that I'll throw in there just to, if I fancy it, type of thing. Obviously, because this is a night, it's going to go overnight, this race, there'll be some hot food in there as well, and that could be from the aid stations, or I will carry some food that I can heat up as well with my crew. So yeah, should be covered on the fuel side of things. So yeah, I think that's a quick breakdown of the race itself. Yeah, so looking forward to it. It's nicer to do a race closer to home, albeit we don't finish that close to home, but it's only about an hour's drive from where I live, the start line, which is great. So it's nice to do one that's starting closer to home, and yeah, should be a fun as well, particularly having a couple of crew members there as well, who I'm sure will, as well as support, will also provide banter. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, that's the Ridgeway Challenge by Runaway Racing. I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check out Runaway Racing's website. They do some awesome events. I've done a couple of theirs already previously, and they really do a good job putting their events on. So looking forward to running this one. They're a cracking team, and yeah, very well organised, so that's good. This week I'm just going to be spending my week trying to get some sleep, trying to keep hydrated, with just some light exercise thrown in to keep the legs going, keep everything supple and moving. Don't want to seize up by sitting on my backside all week, that's certainly not what I want to do. But and of course I will be taking the cameras along, so don't worry about that. You'll all get to enjoy the adventure with me, albeit from the comfort of your sofa, whilst my legs are getting a hammering across the Chiltern Ridgeway. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe and all of that good stuff. And I look forward to seeing you on the channel soon. So train hard, race hard, have fun. Until next time, I'll see you soon. All I want.